Lost and Found, a poem for NPFM. There I stood, in the center of our Coleman camper. It was a pop-up tent trailer, larger and nicer than the one we had purchased before to do our beloved camp. This way we could invite family or others to camp in style, with actual beds, mattresses upon which to sleep. Then, waking up in the morning, looking out and up to the mountains, I'm dreaming of the Grand Tetons now, enjoying a cup of coffee, warming the hands that hold it, as well as the innards. One could revel in all the eyes could see. But now I was standing in that camper, not to make it ready for some new adventure, but to clear it out, finding and removing all the things tucked into the hiding spaces, things that had made life more interesting and comfortable while on the road. Now that life had changed, and my husband no longer wished the stress of pulling the camper behind the car and backing it into a waiting campsite in a national park or elsewhere. He had finished out his teaching career, retiring at the age of 65, doing remarkably well at that, finishing 33 years of teaching and 7 years since his diagnosis of Parkinson's disease. Yes, I stood in the middle of the camper and cried. Cried for the impending loss of that trailer and all the dreams of places to visit. Cried for that diagnosis of Parkinson's disease and what it might mean for the rest of our lives together. And now, as I write this poem, I know very well what it would mean. He and I spent 24 and a half years journeying with Parkinson's. Clearing out that camper with the accompanying loss of dreams was only the beginning of losses. As we grow older, there are always losses, things we can no longer do or be. It is the same the longer you have a chronic disease, such as Parkinson's. There are losses, and they accumulate. You who have this disease, and you who are caregivers, you know very well. But hark, all is not lost. We also need to find. First, we need to find a cure. We need to fight this difficult disease, and we need to win. We've all learned that in order to fight well, we need folks on our team. All kinds of folks. In this case, we need doctors and nurses. We need family members and caregivers. We need therapists and friends and support groups. But besides that care and friendship, we find we still need more resources. That is why we have such places as NPFM. That stands for National Parkinson Foundation, Minnesota. Have you found their website? Have you looked at it? They have all kinds of information to help support us. Look at their calendars and events. Take note of their talks and resources. They give grants for respite care. Have you checked on that? And in May, every May, they sponsor a walk, a Let's Get Moving Day, Twin Cities. Have you ever walked in that? Have you signed up? Have you looked for sponsors? For donors to fund you for NPFM? I can say yes, and yes, and yes to all those things. And I'm asking you to join me. You can walk or skip or get pushed in your wheelchair. You can just come and watch the crowd. But to be official, you need to sign up. And you need to look for donors. It isn't so hard. You're not asking for yourself. You are asking for NPFM. You are looking for help for all those people who are diagnosed with this disease of Parkinson's. And it's a worthy cause. I've asked many different people to help. Don't be surprised if I find you. I'm just a plain old person, but I've raised hundreds of dollars for NPF. Actually, make that thousands of dollars in just these last 3 years of participation in Get Moving Walk in May. It's not that hard to ask. It's for an excellent cause. A cause in which we all have a stake. A big stake. So, let's get moving. Let's get asking. Let's get giving. Let's no longer feel lost. Let us be found. Let's find information. Let's find researchers. Let's find the dollars. Let's fund NPF. Join me. Let's get up and get moving. We need to find a cure. Whatever it takes. We need to beat this disease.